Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric, taking a little break from my top 100 board games of all time video, or videos, I should say. Done 3 of them already, and decided to do an unboxing. And this is a re-implementation. It's a Stefan Feld City Collection re-implementation of a game that is going to be, a little spoiler alert, on my top 100 list. Not this one, but its original game, Bruges. Now, by re-implementation, I mean like a reimagining, kind of like they changed obviously the city. It's called the City Collection. They changed the city, the artwork's changed. They tweaked a few of the rules in it, but it's basically the same game. Again, this one may be better. I might like the other one better. I'm not sure. But I have not played this one physically myself. Watched a number of playthroughs of it. So again, this one won't be on my top 100 list yet. So we'll see. We'll see if it replaces Bruges. I'm not so sure, because there are some mechanisms I do like that I thought were improvements, but some of the ones I like the Bruges game itself. This game does include all the expansions for Bruges, and I think it may add one. I'm not sure, but it may. If it doesn't add an expansion, it changes things a little bit, so it kind of feels like an expansion, I guess you could say. But it's it's a game by Stefan Feld, my favorite designer. I have the first 4 in my city collection, and the last 5 and 6 have gone through Kickstarter, but the pledge manager hasn't gone through yet, which I'm glad, because they are pretty expensive games, and I wouldn't have been able at the time to do them if they were the Kickstarter hadn't gone through. I mean, if the pledge manager had already been through. So, but thankfully, hopefully I'll have enough to continue the series. Because again, he's my favorite designer. They went a little overboard on some of the production values, and the cost was a little bit higher than probably I wanted to pay. But it's by Queen Games. It's a quality product, and it's definitely a game that games that I'm going to be playing. But again, this one is in my top 100 under Bruges. So let me just show you a little bit about the box. It's got the collector's edition. All of the games are going to have this type of side artwork here, so it's going to be like kind of like a bookcase thing. So you kind of have to stack them sideways right here. They all come with custom inserts and great components, that a collector's edition would have. Again, the artwork is kind of subjective. Some of the artwork I do like, some of them I don't like so much. But anyway, I'll kind of maybe point out a little bit about this when I do the reopening. So this is a box sleeve right here. It came with a collector's sleeve. To show you the back of it, it's going to be the same as the front, pretty much. But the actual sleeve, when it comes off, it'll show the actual artwork of the regular non-collector's edition when you take the sleeve off. So without further ado, these have been sitting around for a couple months now, and I definitely want to get them to the table. So here we go. The first game in the Stefan Feld City Collection. Alright. Alright, so it feels good to get it out of the box. Whoops. Oh, don't want to rip it. So that's a sleeve there. Okay. So it's not shiny now. It was a little shiny, I apologize. So let's do the unveiling here. So, dun-dun-dun. So these are this is the actual non-collector's edition box you'll get if you don't have that. But I kind of wanted to go all the way. And it still looks really nice, I think. And again, there's no real back of the box to show the game components, because you pretty much know what you're getting if you pledge this. So it's Hamburg Deluxe, they call it. Alright, so let's put that there. Put this out of the way, and then we'll kind of show you what's inside here. So these are the deluxe components here. It's pretty neat, comes in a little box. Looks like it's player tokens and little statues and some other things. So we'll take a look at that last, just to show you, I want to show you the regular stuff in the box. So these are your different colored workers. which match the cards of different colors. It's got a really cool multi-use card system, which is one of my favorite things to do in it. And the colored workers actually make a difference too when you're try to get a little light there. I keep forgetting I have a light to the right over here. Still working on a lighting situation, but we're doing what we can right now. And you have 6 colored die, which if you're familiar with Bruges, determine different disasters can occur, depending with high rolling die, and also determines how far you move on different tracks and different things like that. And some cards activate with certain colored dice and stuff like that. Alright, so here we go. So this is deck A. So this is an icon deck, it looks like. So this is the new artwork on them. It comes with, looks like, 3 different decks. So there's a deck B and a deck C. So let's start with deck A. Actually, first I'll show you the, these are little, you're going to be building bridge. I think it's bridges or something like that. Walls, city walls or something like that around your little thing. So this is on your player board. In the actual game of Bruges, you built it on the main board, but I think on this one you can build it on your own player board, which are 3D dual layered, which are nice. Actually, let me go through that stuff first before I get into the cards. So these are really nice. These are your dual layer player boards. I'm going to take out. I'll show you one. So this is for the. I'm not sure what color player this is, but I think they look pretty much the same. But these are the different disasters that can occur to the left here. So this is going to have little things that slide in here, and once you get 3 of a particular disaster, the disasters will occur, and bad things can happen, like you lose all your money or all your workers, that kind of a thing. In the actual game of Bruges, they used pie pieces, and whenever you get 3 pie pieces, they do it. But they changed it around in this one. In this one, you use 3 tokens, which you slide, which occur once you get 3. And then these right here are going to be filled with tokens too, which are like majority markers for different things, like if you're ahead in victory points any one time, you built the most wall pieces, or you built the most houses, that kind of a thing. And what's cool about this too is that you only have to achieve it once. So if you've ever been ahead in any one of these categories, and somebody passes you, you still keep the bonus victory points and stuff too, which is kind of neat. Up top is where you're going to be building your city walls up here. And they cost different. The more walls you build, it's going to cost you more money. And that's pretty much your playboard. I think this is where you put all your meeples of different colors in here. So it's kind of neat. There might be other things that use that, but again, it's 3D. How well you can see that, but it's definitely a cool thing. This is the back of it, and I think they pretty much all look the same. Yeah, and so this is for this 5-player board, so it's up to 5 players. There is a solo variant in this, which is nice to see, which I don't think the original one had a solo game. They did do a variant on BGG, but this one has a solo built in, which is really nice, and uses, I think, an Automa system. Here is the rule book, which normally we go through this first, but just happened to be underneath stuff, and it gives a nice little index on here on what's in what. Summary. Like this looks like actually this is the addendum. This isn't the rule book. This is the addendum, which is an index of all the cards. All the cards are listed here, which is cool, and what they do. The different icons and stuff like that, what they do. And this is the text, basically, because the cards, as you'll see, probably doesn't make much sense since I haven't showed you the cards yet, but the cards are generally icons. There's a lot of icons on them. And unless you get a certain pledge level, which I don't know if I did. I'm not sure if I get the cards, but the cards are all iconography, so there is a version where you can get an extra set. I think it's an add-on. Yeah, it's just an add-on where you can get the text printed on the card, but I don't think I opted for that since I want to figure out the iconography. But it lists all the cards and what they do, so if there's a question on those. These are different cleric tiles, which I think is one of the mini expansions, which you don't have to put any of the expansions in. You can pick and choose which ones you want to put in. These are stock exchange files, which is another mini expansion. These are disaster tokens. Special disasters, it looks like. And then here are the mayor tiles, which is one of the little mini expansions, as well as the ships, which is also another mini expansion. So lots of mini expansions in this, which you can pick and choose what you want to do. Now here's the actual rulebook. Nice rulebook here. Let's see how many pages. Feels pretty thick. 23 pages, which isn't too bad. So on the back they put the index, which is kind of interesting. Probably the front is they got the game description on it. So it's 1 to 5 players, ages 14 and up. And it gives a list of all the game components. Nice glossy thing. How to set up the game. That's the player board, which I'll show you later. Player board, how to set up that. Playing the game, different phases. So I should roughly show you these. And standard actions in detail. Nice. Looks like a lot of pictures and everything, which is always nice, and just a little bit of text. End of the season, what you do, end game and final scoring right here. And I think this is probably how you activate the cards. Again, the multi-use cards with lots of iconography. Expansion, the mayor. So you have expansion number 1 is called the mayors. Expansion number 2 is the half-page instructions for that. Is Hans Hummel and the Zintrojetti, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. Expansion 3 is special intrigue tokens. Expansion 4 is the ships. 5 is the stock exchange. 6 is the cleric tiles. And then solo rules. So it looks like you got 1, 2. So so the die values determine what the automa does. So solo rules. And then here are the 4 games in the first 2 Kickstarters, which I have, which I'll be doing unboxings for. This one is Hamburg, then of course there's Amsterdam, there's New York City, and then Marrakesh, which I'll explain what games those are in. Marrakesh is the only original game here. The rest of them are all re-implementations of some classic games. Most of which I have, but this one I didn't have. The original of Bruges, and I'll tell you a little interesting story about this one before I get to it. I won't take too long, but my friend Dave brought the game and we played it. Oh God, 4 or 5 years ago now, probably in my office, and I liked it, but I was just getting into gaming, and so I didn't know how well I liked it. And then as I saw more videos of it and stuff like that, I say, oh, I really like a copy of that game. And my buddy Dave, he buys and sells a lot on. Well, trades mostly on BGG. Some buying and selling, but mostly trading. And he had, I think, sold this one on eBay because at that time, I think it was he got a good price for it. It was like $70, and which I can't blame him because I never really said that I liked it. And then when I asked him about it, he said, "Oh, I already sold it." He goes, "Oh, if I would have known you liked it, I would have kept it and sold it to you for a decent price." But no big deal. That's fine. So again, I'm not sure if I like this one or I like the original Bruges better. I want to like this one better because it's the new version and it's the version I have. But there are some things I do still like. I think I like the artwork better in the original one. But again, I don't know until I start playing it. I might get used to it or whatever too. But there was a good certain quaintness about the original game. But anyway, let me just show you some more stuff in here. Let's see here. So these are the punch boards. I think these are where you put all your, So I think these sections here are where you're going to put all the different colored workers on. Kind of a unnecessary thing. And they do have some cool things for color blindness too, which is nice. Like these little tokens on I think it's on the meeples and on the little player pieces you can see here. There's little black shapes here. So if you're colorblind, it's a nice touch to it. You can tell these are disaster tokens on here. And then of course your 100-point. And those are the 4 player colors there, or the 5 player colors, sorry. Yep, so your basic colors for the most part. And then some coinage. And I did get the upgrade pack for the coins. I didn't get the individual one for Hamburg. For each individual city, I just got the Stefan Feld coins because I figured, why do I want to buy 4 different types of coins, or 5 different if you include the Stefan Feld one. So I decided just to get the generic Stefan Feld head coins, which is enough. They're a little expensive, so I just bought the one. So there's 3 value 1 and 3 tokens there, and these are the other colors where you put your meeples on. Not even sure if I'm going to use this right here, but I may. Okay, so those are there. Let's see here. And then I think these might be, these might be for some of the expansions here. Some of the tokens here. Yeah, I think some of these might be for the expansions, the mayors and stuff. These are, yeah, for the ships right here, shipyard anchor tokens. And then these are the statues right here. I think I have the deluxe statues for these, the actual little figurines. And there's the little Stefan Feld game. Let's see if I can zero in on that. I'll just take it out probably just to show you. But every game has a little Stefan Feld punch out thing, and this is, well, he's the mayor of Hamburg, I guess. Okay, I think that little red one, I think that might be the first player token, not sure. Alright, just a few more things in here as far as the punch outs go. So this is probably for one of the expansions here, these little mirror things here. Again, I don't recognize these, so they're probably all part of the expansions. I think this might be for the Automa right here, possibly. What the Automa does, I don't know. No, actually, I don't think it is. I think it's for one of the little expansions. Doesn't look like Automa stuff. The little ships there. All right, and I didn't show you the backs of those, but they're nothing that exciting. And then here is the main board here, which again, I think I kind of prefer the other one, but like I said, I'm not really used to this one yet, so maybe once I get used to it, I'll like it. So let me just show you what this entails here. And just lifting the camera here. So basically you got your little track here, which you're going to go up on. You roll a 1 or 2, you go up on the track, and that's worth a certain amount of points. This is kind of new to the game right here. This little area here, I think it's a priest area there, and every round there's a black die now in the game. And this is kind of a neat thing. It's kind of a multiplier for the cards all have different colors. So depending upon what you roll for the black die, that's going to be a multiplier. So it's more of an incentive to get different colored cards. This is for the ships in the game, the ships expansion. That's where you're going to put the little die right there. All the dies when you roll them each round. Again, up top, those might be for the meeples too, where you put the meeples. I'm not sure. I don't know if you use that for anything. You might. And then right here, I think that's for the events and different things there. So anyway, I can just show you that there. So I'll fold this back up because this is kind of a beast. It's kind of a big board. I think it's bigger than the original board. So all right. So let me just show you the decks here real quick. Looks like there's 4 decks, A through D. Yep. So let me just show you what this one is. This is deck A. I'm going to show you now. And these right here, do they have a linen finish? Yeah, they do. They have a linen finish. Good. They're a little bit thin, but they do have linen finish. The artwork, again, subjective. It's okay, but I don't know. I kind of like the artwork in the other one a little bit better. It's a little, I don't know. I just had more of a thematic thing, but these are okay. There's nothing bad with them. But just to show you, this is one of the cards right here. This is from the A deck, which I think is mostly it's going to have the pink cards. And these are only icons. Yeah, I only got the ones with the icons on them. So it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, learning what it does. But this isn't too hard. It's basically, it tells you it costs 3 money. It tells you what type of card it is, the entertainment card with a little mask there. It's worth 1 victory point. You use it in phase 3, which you take a worker. Not sure exactly what it is, but you place it, I think, on some building, and you can activate it for a coin, I think, something like that. And it's an ongoing ability. So it's not that hard if you're into board gaming at all. You probably can figure out most of the iconography, but again, there is a little appendix. And this is the same thing, basically, but with a gray worker. So let me just show you quickly. I'll just quickly go through the cards here. And again, these are pink colored cards. These are the gray colored buildings, I guess they use their own abilities. But just to show you a little bit of the artwork and everything. if I can. But it's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's decent. This is a lightning bolt, so that's, you know, a signal of a instant ability. But just, yeah, but these cards are pretty cool. Again, you know, probably just got to get used to the artwork here. It's not bad. I know I kind of trash it. This is kind of neat. But yeah, this is pretty much the A deck right here, and it's different abilities. Like I said, a lot of icons, but I'm sure once you learn it, it's not bad. All right, so I'll just show you that part of it there. You get multiples of some cards, some with different effects though on them, different costs, different categories. But again, multi-use cards, which I really like. It's one of my favorite mechanisms in the game, as you'll see. It's a lot of my top games, quite a few of them anyway, have multi-use cards. All right, so this is deck B. Oof. Apologize. I just clipped my nails, so my nails are not that long at all. All right, and so it looks like these are going to be the gray ones. Ooh. All right, so looks like these are the gray back ones, and the orange, and more of the pink ones, I guess, or some of the pink ones. I'm not sure if I showed you pink already. Might have, but again, yeah, I think I did. Same iconography there. These are more pink ones. Yeah, you can tell what color it is by the bottom, and then yeah, so quite a few pink ones. Orange, I think. Yeah. So pretty good though, nothing bad. And I'm sure these are all make more sense once I learn all the iconography, which it's going to take a little while. So it's orange, and then it's like industry of some sort, and then looks like for war. More pink ones there. Okay. All right, so just 2 more decks there, which I'll try to get through quickly. Just don't want to rip any of the cards getting them out. But I will end up, you know, most likely sleeving these as I usually do. Let's see here. I'm not sure how that's going to work with the insert, which I do have the this nice inserts in this game. Yep, hold on 1 second. Alright, so now I have deck C, only icons as you can see. These appear to be more the purple ones. You can see it's got the black diamond in there. And then the gray ones, which is the black square for the geometry icons there. So just to show you some more of the cards here and some of the artwork. So this is a lightning bolt immediate effect, which allows you to do something max 3 times. This is during phase 3. It's an ongoing ability in phase 3, as you can tell by the little infinity thing. Phase 2, so yeah, just different things. So these are more expensive cards. These are 9. They cost 9 to play. But yeah, the artwork is, I guess it's growing on me a little bit there. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I still prefer, I think, the artwork in Bruges, but this is still, it's not bad. The iconography, I guess, is just any game. It's a matter of getting used to it. It is consistent, which I like in this one. Not like Flying Frog games where you have, well, actually Flying Frog games are cool too. They just have regular photos and stuff. But Terraforming Mars is what I meant to say. That has, I think the original of Terraforming Mars had some pictures and some artwork, which is kind of either have one or have the other, in my opinion. Which I think they improved in the Ares. But anyway. Alright, so this is basically what's in here. It's deck C, and then one more deck, which is probably more the same. I think it's probably going to have some of the animals in it. So deck D, which I didn't show you A and B, but that's what they look like. Let's see here. So these are going to be... Oh, yeah. Oh, these are some interesting. I wonder what these are. So it looks like these are like advertising cards, which Queen Games tends to do. City Collection 1, Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a reimplementation of Macau. And then New York City is Rialto. And then Marrakesh is its own thing. And then, oh, these are the new ones. So the Vienna is the one I'm going to get next. Next is a reimplementation of Isla, a lighter game. And then Cusco is, what's that for? Bora Bora. So yeah, those are the next two, Vienna and Cusco. Alright, it looks like it's some player aids in this one. So I'll show you the player aids last. I know this is getting a little bit long, but there's a lot to this one. So this is just more artwork here. I'll just try to show you the differences in here. Some more icons, phase 2, phase 3 things. These are all kind of like monks, I think, of the church. And yeah, so there you go. And here are the animals right here. These are the animal cards right here. So these are just worth a flat certain amount of victory points. You pay a certain amount for them, and they're flat victory points. There's no iconography on them, but these are pretty well done. Some panthers and leopards and giraffes and stuff, zebras and elephants, beavers. It looks like of some sort, rams, bears, deer. So different kinds there. So different animal cards there. And then these are I think these are parks or forest cards. I think this is another thing you can collect, which I think is new to this one. I don't think Bruges had these. Different bushes and everything. Parks, yeah, different park cards. And then you have your, which, these are, I think this is endgame, is the laurel here. Endgame scoring, how you do endgame scoring, the 6 different areas there. Or possibly more. I think these may be anytime actions, or I'm not sure. It's got the little gear thing there. And then I think this is a phase thing. So what you do in phase 1 is get cards, draw cards, drop to 5. And then you roll the die, and then you put the priest guy on the multiplier track, and then you advance the bad stuff that can happen. Disasters, I think. And then you advance on the city track. And then this one is you do your actions right here, play your cards and stuff. And then lastly, I think you do your majorities in different areas, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so it's fairly easy to see. And then you get enough for all 5 players. All right, so the last thing, which is kind of the cool thing, is the Deluxe Components box. So I definitely want to check this out. Of course, I don't. Where did I put my scissors? I might have to use my. Here it is. Scissors. Good. I didn't want to have to try to use my fingernails because I don't have any right now. Okay. All right. So I'll just show you what's inside here. Oh, this is cool. So this is a nice. This is pretty thick, pretty heavy. That's your Stefan Feld. This must be the first player token or something like that. The official one. The coin. This is super. With his signature on the back. And this is super heavy too. This is heavy. This is like the one I got when I sponsored Matt Chat on YouTube, and he sent everybody a coin, his coin there for being a patron. And these right here are your pre-printed. These are, I think these might be the city things. They're either the city things, or they could be the your city markers, or they could be your. Oh, this might be, you just put these on your player board, because all the player boards are neutral. I think if you put one of these on your player board, it tells you what kind of walls you're building, what color they are, and the different player colors. Yeah, 5 different, and then that's probably the round tracker there, the black thing. I'm not going to open everything in here. And then these are kind of like standees for the ships and stuff, which are kind of neat. I'll show you these. All right, these are like baggy and baggies, but these are pretty cool. These are your boats. I'll just show you one of them. But they all individually did. Oh, these are really neat. They're like kind of like plasticky glass things. Your boats, yeah. I like these. These are nice. And there's different colors of the boats. but they're all individually packaged. I think it's one for each colored die there is in the game. And these are super cool. I like, actually, let me show you these first. These are the statues which you can get. The statues you get for getting like first place in all the different categories. Like victory points or whatever they are. you get these when you unlock the achievement thing, I think. But it's kind of first come first serve. You get the higher numbered statue, but yeah, these are like little plasticky things. They're really cool though. They stand up pretty well. It's neat though, and they fit right into your player board, I think. Okay, and one last thing in here, which is a screen printed little meeples here, which are pretty neat. So this is the blue players. Let's see if I can show you, get the light in here. Yeah, these are pretty cool. The little mare, I think, color. Each of the different player colors. This is the priest, the bishop, whatever you want to call him. Priest, bishop, I'm not sure what he is. These are the ones for the. I'm going to try to get the focus there. Probably won't. It did focus for a split second there. Let's see if I can put a card there. Maybe it'll focus. Yeah, it's not focusing that well. So much for auto-focusing. I hear you, ID gesture, the other night. Last night. But yeah, that's a little bishop there. Or priest. And then the rest of them are all just in the little player colors. I'll just show you one more color. This is for the green guy. But yeah, they're the same as I showed you before. And it looks like you get 2 of each of these. And then you have a little deluxe component chart here of some sort. Oh yeah, so that's what they are. So it shows you what they originally look like and what they look like afterward. And then the regular version, deluxified. And the little shippies. And the original base, and then the deluxified ones. And then the little mares and the statues, and then these are the deluxified ones. So the cardboard versus the clear plastic ones. But yeah, it's a pretty nice little upgrade kit there. I'm glad I got it. And then lastly, is Game Trays makes these. So each game came with a little thing to show you how you put your stuff in there, which is kind of helpful. And how they go in the box. This is for the Hamburg one, and it's just basically like this. So all little compartments to put all your cards in and everything. Not sure how that's going to work when you put it sideways. Stuff will probably fall out, but we'll see. If it fits tightly, it might not. But yeah, game trays. Upside down game trays. It's like, yeah, like that. But pretty cool. Yeah, overall, I'm pleased with this. Like I said, the collector's edition ones probably cost about $100 a piece, a little less than $100. So it is a little highly priced. The Marrakesh one I think was close to $150, $145, $150. So, but that one's an original game, and it looks like a bigger game too. So that one I kind of understand a little bit more. But again, you know, it's nice to have. And like I said, if he weren't my favorite designer, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't have splurged like this. I would have kept just my originals. But a lot of the games are out of print or hard to find, and you're going to pay probably $100 to find an out of print version of them. So I don't necessarily mind paying $100 for a deluxified version of it. So yeah, I'm justifying it, but you know, hey, it's my game collection. So, but anyway, that's Hamburg, reimplementation of Bruges, and definitely look forward to getting this one on the channel. And next will be an unboxing of Amsterdam, which is a reimplementation of Macau. Which I do have the original Macau, so maybe I'll bring that one down just to show you the original box anyway, and then show you the deluxified version, which will be next. But before that, we'll probably see some more top 100 video games of all time. And again, on April 30th, we'll be doing our ID gesture, myself, Phoenix Knight and Lower Slower Board Gamer on ID Gestures channel, and I'll probably try to maybe do it on my channel too. Maybe redo my 1 to 50 just on my own after I do it on theirs. But we'll see. Either that or just somehow dub it onto his channel. But anyway, that's Hamburg from the Stefan Feld City Collection. So take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next unboxing. Bye-bye now.